A couple of months ago, the Kambulas unexpectedly left the northern Sabi Sand without any apparent reason and traveled all the way to the south. After spending a few weeks in the south, they decided to turn back and came back into the northern section. Soon after their arrival, their calls were heard by the dominant Mantamal pair that holds eastern parts of northern Sabi Sand. Despite being outnumbered, the dominant males had something that the Kambulas lack: the confidence. The pair ended up chasing the younger Kambulas with ease, cementing their place as the rulers of the area. Despite being a coalition of 4 strong males, the Kambulas are somehow unable to find the confidence that's essential in claiming significant territory and taking over prides. One thing is almost certain at this point: if the 4 brothers stayed together, they'll eventually be able to become the force to be reckoned with. Only time will tell how things turn out, as the speculations of them completely taking over the northern section are on for the better part of the past 12 months. It's been 3 years since the Plains Camp males began to assert dominance in the western Sabi Sand, and ever since then, they've been invincible. They've defended their territory successfully and pushed out competition without any problems. To this day, their impressive reign continues, and their roars are heard in the region. The Mangeni pride that's mostly been ignored by the dominant Plains Camp males for the past year is living dangerously. A couple of months ago, the pride was constantly being trailed by the Manwana males, who could have posed a direct threat to the cubs sired by the Plains Camp males. After the Manwana departure, it seems that the nomadic pair of Nkuhuma and Talamati male has taken their place. The pair has been viewed with at least one of the lionesses from the Mangeni pride. How these males will react when meeting the rest of the pride, how the Plains Camp males would react to their presence, only time will tell. Past couple of weeks have been very tragic for another pride of Plains Camp brothers. The Ximungwe lioness found herself in deep trouble, surrounded by a clan of hyenas. This encounter left her crippled, and she was seen barely holding on. Unfortunately, her injuries were too much, and she passed away. At first, things were looking worse when her cub was nowhere to be found, but thankfully the little one showed up and was seen with the rest of the pride. It's nothing short of a miracle, as a lost cub being found in the wilderness by the lionesses of its own pride is unheard of. How things will play out for the little one and the rest of the pride, we'll wait and see. The Ottawa pride is thankfully doing well. Despite being on their own for a few years, both young lionesses have done a great job surviving in the hostile environment. Now, one of the lionesses has given birth and the other's expecting soon. Let's hope everything goes well for them and we get to see the Ottawa pride thrive in Sabi Sand.
So patient with the baby.
She's so patient.
She's beautiful too. Yeah. She's a good mama.
She's a beautiful lioness.
Ndhzenga duo continues to hold strong in the central Sabi Sand. Recently, the pair was spotted in unoccupied lands to the north, but returned soon after. With each passing day, they're getting older, but for now, there seems to be no worries. They're strong enough to hold the prime real estate in central Sabi Sand, and under the watchful eye, Kambula and Nsevu prides are thriving. The Gijima dominance continues in the southern Sabi Sand. They've spent the past few months doing their duties and have dealt with competition. Due to their presence, their three prides, Southern Styx and Msutu, are thriving. Recently, the Southern Pride almost got in trouble when they decided to move a little north, as Sabi Game Reserve would put it in their Instagram post, and I quote, "The Southern Pride made an unexpected push far north, well beyond their usual territory. As the first light of dawn crept in, their bold venture was cut short by the resident Msutu Pride, who were quick to challenge the intruders. A brief but intense skirmish broke out, forcing the Southern Pride to scatter and retreat in haste. By mid-morning, 2 Southern Pride members were found contact calling, their calls echoing through the bush in search of their pride mates. Relief swept over the scene when 2 familiar faces crested the horizon, breaking into a joyful sprint that ended in a warm, affectionate reunion. Shortly after, 2 more lions joined, but that was all. No further members returned." End quote. This encounter shows just how easily things can go wrong within minutes, and lives can be jeopardized. Since clashing with the Gijimas and having one of the brothers injured by them, the Nkhulu males have stayed in their territory. Their recent movements have mostly been viewed as everyday lion behavior. For now, they're staying within the borders of their hard-earned territory. The Kruger male that spent the past few months with southern Avoca has been viewed with the Black Dam male. After getting into a physical altercation with the Plains Camp males, southern Avoca was seen in bad condition, and there's been no sightings of him in the past few weeks. His age, injuries, his partner being seen with Black Dam male, and him not being seen are all bad signs. It seems that the legendary Avoca warrior from Timbavati has drawn his last breath, leaving behind a legacy that'll be remembered. The Tumbela male, who spent the last couple of years barely surviving and struggling with injuries and disease, has passed away. A skull was discovered in the area where he was last seen. The remains are believed to be his, marking the end of the Tumbela male. After suffering for years, the pain has finally ended for the last Tumbela male.